Okay. I still don't see comments. That's kind of weird. All right. I did my comments, but I don't see anybody else's. So if you guys can hear me on Facebook or YouTube, send me a message on here because I don't see any comments. Oh, there it goes. Thank you, Carlos. Hey, okay, I was worried for a second. Hey, Shanteria, I'm glad you guys can see it. I appreciate you guys sticking with me. Hey, TikTokers. How y'all doing? Hope everybody is doing good. It's Monday. Ooh, Monday. But we're here. All right. So, let's get to it. You know, I don't like to keep you guys long. So let's talk about this IRS real quick. So if you guys, if I answer your question, I'm not going to call it out when I read it. So I'm just going to run down a couple things. So the IRS should have sent you guys some money in your bank accounts already. If you have received some money from the IRS already, it is because they gave you your back pay for the unemployment $10,200 that is going to be tax-free. Okay. So if you receive some money in your account, or you see that you have some money coming, or you check your bank account and it shows that something's pending. It shows that something's pending. That means that some money is coming, and that's coming from the IRS for the unemployment tax refund. A lot of you guys are asking me, why do I check? Am I going to get some money? I can't tell you if you're going to get some money, but here is how you would know if you're going to receive anything. If you filed taxes and you received unemployment and you filed your taxes before the third stimulus was approved, then you will be getting some money back. The third stimulus was approved, was it February? March? Yeah, it's like February or something. So a lot of you guys had already filed taxes by then. So if you already filed taxes, then that is your, hold on, I'm looking. You saying it's skipping, Sandra? I'm sorry. It doesn't look like it's skipping over here. I apologize. If it's skipping here on the YouTube side and Facebook side, y'all let me know. Okay. So you can check your IRS tax transcripts. I'm afraid to click on here and show you because I have it up already so I can show you guys what it looks like, but I'm afraid to click on anything because I might lose you and I don't want to do that. Okay. So let me see. Let me go over some questions really quick. I know y'all been waiting. All right. Let me see. Okay. Would I receive my check if I close my bank account for my unemployment? Yeah, you'll get a paper check. If your bank account is closed and you have your money coming from IRS, they are going to continue to send it to the bank, but the bank is going to reject it. And then once they reject it, the IRS will then send you a paper check. So you'll probably receive a paper check. That's just how it is. Unfortunately, you will have to wait a little longer than everybody else. It will not arrive on the 15th. I'm just letting you know that now. Okay. All right. My EIDL was declined. Sorry to hear that, Shalandra, but I need to know why it was declined to be able to help you. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing this evening? Thank y'all. And if you guys are not new to watching me, please follow. You can share the video, help somebody else, because I'm sure I'm going to say something that you are going to make sure that they want to know. Okay. Hey, Genteria. I don't know why it's skipping. Oh, I just hate this. This just makes me so mad. I'm afraid to accept a live. I'm going to try this. Let me see what she's asking. Hi, can I help you? All right. You don't got nothing to say. Thank you. I don't know how to turn this off, but I'm about to figure this out. Look, so we do not know how to turn this thing off. Hold on, y'all, because people come on my live and then they don't want anything, and that's cool, but we don't have time for that. So if they're not gonna say nothing, we're just gonna take it off. But hell, I gotta know how to take it off. All right. Let me see. Nope, I don't want to end my live. I just want to end them. So somebody going on and tell me how to end this, because I don't want this. I don't want Beans 320 on my screen No, they're not saying anything. So if anybody knows how to do that, let me know so I can take this off. Okay. Yeah. You done with it? Huh? All right. Let me see. How do I? Somebody let me know how to take this off, because I do not want this on here. They just come on here to waste your time. All right. So I'm gonna wait for one of y'all to tell me how to cut this off. All right. It says, do you have to apply for your 2021 taxes to get credit? Putrell, I'm assuming you're talking about your 2020 taxes to get your advance in, to get your thing. Yes, you will. I'm gonna tell y'all, hold on. Let me check it's bad weather over here. So, y'all have to forgive me if it's messing up. So again, I want this person off of my line. And I don't know how to do it. So y'all gonna have to tell me how to do that, okay? Because I don't want this person. I want this going off my screen. It's throwing me off, okay? So yes, you do have to file your taxes in order to get your money. If you don't, you will be considered a non-filer. But non-filers, a non-filer is somebody that does not file taxes at all, and it shows that you don't file taxes. So if you filed your taxes and if you filed your taxes, you should not have any problem getting your money. Okay. All right. It says, can you still apply for the EIDL grant even if it was declined? If the loan was declined, yeah. But the grant, if you're denied for the grant, there is really nothing else that you can do. But if you were denied for the loan, yes, you can still apply for the grant. All right. So that's not going to necessarily be a problem. Okay. So yes. All right. Let me go to the next one. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me how to turn this person off of TikTok, because I do not know. All right. Hey, from Charlotte. Okay. It says, Benji says, would I receive my child tax and unemployment in a check if my bank account is closed? Yes. What if my child tax credit is pending? If it's pending, it may continue to pend. It depends on what it's pending for. If you want to tell me why it's pending, that will help. Mommy 85. Michelle says, when will the IRS start sending unemployment refunds for married filed jointly? Married filing jointly is next. Okay. Right now they're only doing the unemployment refunds. If your tax refund has been held up for, just like Michelle, because you're married, and that's a big one, that will be coming next. They are not giving it out to everybody right now. They're doing one issue at a time. So right now they're just doing the giving you guys your money for the unemployment refund, because that was probably like the first thing. Okay. As they announce what is coming up next and who they're going to pay next, I will definitely let you guys know. There are about 5 reasons why people's income tax refund got held up, and unemployment was one of them. So it's still 4 others that we still have to go through. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, mine say I got a good connection, so I'm sorry if it's still frozen. I apologize. Okay. So Michelle Lee, it's coming. You're gonna have to wait, and I will let you know as soon as they start doing the individuals that are married. They have not gotten to you guys yet. Okay. Let's see. What did you ask? Don't see anything on the transcript. You don't see anything on the transcript because they have not started working on you yet. All right. Liz says, what about the information on your TikTok about Wells Fargo? A good one. All right. So if you guys don't know, Wells Fargo is closing accounts. Why? They're not giving a reason. Why? Because they can. So, they just stated that they are going to close accounts. Anyone who has, all right, finally, I figured it out. Woo! Okay, finally, I got off the live with that other person. So pretty much this is what's going to happen. If you have a Wells Fargo credit card, a consumer credit card, not a business credit card, with the limits being between $3,000 and $100,000, they are closing your account, and they are not giving you a reason why. Also, if you have a Chime, I haven't made that video yet, but I will be. Chime Bank, which is not a real bank, but if you have Chime, they also please be on the lookout. They are closing your accounts. Not everybody, but if you have money in your account that you are depending on, and please share this with somebody, okay? Because I know a lot of people use Chime Bank because they can't get other bank accounts, but Chime Bank is shutting down accounts for no reason why. They are stating that it's too much fraud. The unemployment is really what took Chime Bank out. If you know anybody, or if you heard or you read anything, individuals who were doing the unemployment fraud, a lot of them were using Chime Bank. Why? Because it's very easy to get an account. And so they use Chime Bank so damn much that now Chime Bank is like, we are out. We don't want to have nothing to do with this. And if you've had any type of fraud history, they're going to shut your account down. So I'm telling you to let somebody know, or I'm telling you so that you know, please pull some of your money out, because Chime is closing the account with the money in there. And then you have to go through the rigmarole to get your money back. Okay. All right. Let me see what else is going on. Let's see what y'all got. All right. Thank you for that question, Liz. That was a good one. Let's see. It says, I'm trying to get to y'all. Hey, Letitia Winston, thank you for being here. Okay, so would I receive my child tax credit and unemployment in a check if my bank account is closed? That's a yes. Why is my child tax credit pending? Again, that's Mommy 85. We don't know why yet. It could be pending because, you know, it could be your personal situation. I don't want to guess. We will have to talk about that. You can click that link in the bio. You can ask me a question. I'll send you videos personalized with an answer for you, or you could book a consultation and then we could talk about your situation so that you can get the answer that you need. So you don't have to worry about listening with everybody else. Okay. So hello, it says, hello, how much for 3 kids? That's a hard question to answer, Michelle McCoy, because I don't know the ages of those kids. Okay. If you guys are not clear, I'm surprised. Some of y'all should know this already, especially with the payments coming out at the end of the week. If you have a child that is 5 years and younger, that's $300. If you have a child that's 6 to 17, that's $250. Okay. If you're married like Michelle Lee and you do not want to, or you want to opt out, you don't want any money for the kids, both parents, especially if you marry and file together with your kid, you file together, husband and wife with your children, both parents have to opt out in order for the money not to come. If not, one parent will get the money and the other one will not. Okay. Portrayal, I do not know what you're talking about. I apologize. You can say it to me again. Rhonda, hey, can we chat when you're offline? I have a question to ask about housing loans and grants and other valuable questions. Also, thank you for your help. Yes, ma'am. Rhonda, you sure can. I do have, you can shoot me a message on Instagram if you want to. And I'll send you the link and we could book a time to talk. But thank you very much. I would love to help you. Okay. Thank you, Katisha, for tagging people. Let me see. Rhonda says, if you answer me, I missed it because I accidentally clicked your other video. It's all right. Thank you very much again, Rhonda. Any update with the homeowner help? Yes. All right. So it's so much that's going to be coming out in the next couple of months. So, all right. So let me tell you about the homeowners really quick. Hey, Dwight, thank you for asking that question. So if you are a homeowner, I know a lot of people that watch are not necessarily homeowners, but if you are a homeowner, please be patient. I know that's the word of the year, but within the next 90 days, there will be a brand new homeowners program for individuals who are been affected by COVID. So if you don't know, let me tell you, with the CARES Act, you had the option to call your mortgage company to see if they will work out a payment plan. They had the payment plan that they could give you, or the forbearance, it was supposed to last maybe up to like 12 months. It was really up to the bank's discretion, but you got like 12 months. If they did not want to work something out with you, that's unfortunate, but you could also do mortgage modification if that's something you're interested in. And that's pretty much where you submit all your documents to let the bank know who you got your loan with, what your financial situation is, and see if they can work on your payments. So pretty much what they would do with your payments, same thing they would do with the forbearance. Whatever is that you do not pay, they actually take that amount and put it in the back of your loan, and you catch up with those payments another time, or they will re-amortize your loan and give you a new loan amount to pay. But it keeps you out of having to deal with foreclosure. Okay. Now, what new is coming down the pipeline is two things. The government is creating a new type of modification mortgage for individuals who don't want to change, who can't qualify for any of the other things. So they're allowing you to, if your credit is good enough, you can get what is like, it's like getting a new loan, pretty much. It's almost like refinancing your loan. And they'll do it at and it'll, when you refinance, it gives you a period where you can start over without having to worry about losing your home. The other thing that they're coming out with is a $25,000 mortgage program, and the $25,000 is for each person who owns a house. But of course, it's going to be until the funds run out. Right now, what is taking so long is that they are getting this information. The federal government is giving the money and the plan to your state, and then the state has to implement a new system. So pretty much what's going to happen is you're going to go just like the renters. You'll be going to a website and you will get it, and you will apply for homeowners assistance. The maximum that each person can get is $25,000. Now, what's good about this is it does not only cover if you have arrears with your mortgage, you can also use it to pay property taxes, which I think is great. A lot of people don't pay it. Okay. A lot of people do not pay property taxes. They'll pay that mortgage, and and property taxes are something different, and they're only supposed to pay it one time a year, and then they forget, and then they still lose the house, although they struggle to try to get the mortgage paid. So I do like that they are allowing you to use the money for a couple other things. Now, this is not finalized yet, as in we don't know everything that the states are going to allow, because it has not been created, or the websites are not even set up yet. So that they are asking everybody to wait about 90 days. 90 days is when this should be set up. Now, I can tell y'all right now, if somebody is facing hardship and you can't get any help from your mortgage company, and you can't get any help locally because you're a homeowner, and it does make it harder, unfortunately, then please let me just throw this out there. Please do not lose your house behind COVID. Go and file bankruptcy. You can go and talk to a lawyer if you want to. But if you are facing foreclosure, if you file bankruptcy, it stops the process immediately. Okay. It's called an automatic stay. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. Automatic stay, STAY. But that will help you keep your house out of foreclosure, and at least hopefully it can buy you some time to get, back on your feet. Bankruptcy, just because you file doesn't mean you have to stick with it. You can always file and then turn around and go, I don't need to. Okay. Not telling people to do it to get out of losing their home. But sometimes when you're in a terrible situation, sometimes you have to take drastic measures. And that will be what I would consider a drastic measure to save your home. And you didn't work hard to get your house to lose it. All right. So there you go. Now, so good question, Dwight. I'm going to move on to next. All right, Rhonda says most of her questions stem from the grant. Cool. So definitely let's talk one-on-one about that, because I'm sure you're going to ask questions that are going to be specific to your situation. All right. It says I have a PPP. What about a PPP? You should not have any PPPs. The only thing you should be having right now is a PPP forgiveness. Okay. So if you don't know and you're watching and you're new, please know that the PPP forgiveness is coming upon us. You have until August 31st. If you have not gotten anything from your bank about forgiving your loan, and this is the loan from 2020, not the one you got this year, from last year, then you need to contact your bank ASAP. Or if you know who you got the money from, go to their website and see if they're are allowing you to do the form, or you have to do it online. So let me give you an example. If you have Blue Vine has now turned into Scratch Bank. So Scratch Bank is going to send you your forgiveness documents through email. If you have Womply, okay, and Womply does push their loans out to a lot of different people. Make sure you share or follow my video, share my video and follow if you haven't. But if you have Womply, please note that Womply tends to use Harvest Bank. If they do Harvest Bank, is it Harvest or Heritage? I think it's Harvest Bank. If they do Harvest Bank, then they are actually taking the paper copy. They actually tell you to go on their website. You can click, print out the form, fill it out, and then you email it back to them. Everybody is different. So if you do not know who you got your loan from because you got it through Womply, then you need to go to the COVID loan tracker. You can type that into Google. You can type COVID loan tracker or PPP loan tracker, whichever one. and it will bring up a website that you can type in your business name or your address that you used, and it will tell you how much of a loan you got. It'll tell you what bank you went through and when it was paid. So if you don't know any of those things, you can get that from the actual COVID loan tracker. There are many out there, okay? Some are tracking crimes and some are tracking the actual payouts, all right? And speaking of crimes, let's get to it really quick. But while we're talking about PPP, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I did take a video that someone posted on TikTok where she actually was the sheriff and like 3 FBI agents came and they sat down with her and they showed her everything that she did, from filling out the application, the IP addresses. They pointed out pretty much everything, and they really didn't give her much. They didn't really give her much of a chance to explain based off of what she said. I have been watching her videos. She basically said that, hey, they had me caught. I couldn't say anything else. I applied for the loan, but I used somebody else's information. Well, to them, that's like identity theft, okay? So although her sister had a business, she used her sister's business, but she put her name and her information wrong, okay? So all I'm going to say is, I know a lot of people are being mum and quiet because they're embarrassed, and that's okay. If you have had an experience, please let me know so I can tell other people. I'm not going to put your business out there on your name, but I will tell you, if you happen to get called up by somebody, get you a lawyer. Do not just talk to those people even if you are guilty. Fifth Amendment, okay? Fifth. Oh, y'all remember that on David Chappelle? Fifth Amendment. You do not have to talk to them. Get you a lawyer and find out what you can or cannot do. Do not just go in there and be like, bam, y'all caught me, and boom. All right? Don't do that. But I wanted to say that, let you guys know that just because I don't talk about, or people aren't talking about PPP fraud, and there are not too many memes out there like it used to be, it is not over, okay? They are doing other things, but it's not over. And they are still getting people for unemployment fraud. So if you did not get unemployment, I would tell you to, even if you didn't, go and check to see if they used your social. There are so many people that are contacting me that are finding out that they are now identity theft victims because somebody used their social or someone used their child's social. And yes, I said child. I've seen people as young as 13 years old get money for unemployment. So even if you have children, and I'd say as soon as they hit teens, and all the way up to your age, if they're in your household, it does not hurt to run and see if someone has used your social, just to see if they got unemployment. I would hate for you to find out when you actually need it. You can also do the same thing with the COVID loan tracker that I was talking about. You can put your business name in there. You can put your address and see if somebody got a loan in your name. Now, if you don't believe that it has happened, it has. People have found out that somebody opened up a PPP loan in their name, and then all of a sudden now SBA wants them to pay it back. No, okay? So if you find that happens to you, you immediately need to call SBA to report that you are a victim of identity theft, as well as the bank that you got that PPP from. You have to let both of them know so that you're not on the hook to have to pay that money back. They are going to do an investigation. They are going to send you some papers in the mail for you to sign, so that you can't lie and say that you told them one thing, but now you're saying something else. So they want you to sign to say, yes, this was not me that did it, because they are going to investigate because they want the money back. All right. So let's move on. It says, mine says I'm eligible, but there's no process payments. If you find out that, and I'm assuming you're talking about, when you say they're eligible, I'm assuming you're talking about child tax credit. I'm assuming. I'm not sure. But if it says that you're eligible, you don't see any process payments, that doesn't mean anything. And if you guys want to know where are people seeing process payments, they are seeing it on their IRS transcript. Okay. You can log right into IRS, or you can go to Google, type IRS transcript. You will need to create an account. You are going to need credit card if you have one. You will need a mortgage account number if you have one. You need a student loan account number if you have one. If you don't have any of those things, you're going to be hurting. They may or may not ask for cell phone to prove that is you, but they definitely want those three things that I said in the beginning. If you don't have that and you can't log on electronically, please order your transcripts so that you can see if you have money pending. There are a lot of people that have money pending and don't know. And then you just get this money in your account, and then y'all calling me going, well, what's this? Well, I'm telling you, you can go and check that now. And then you could tell me that you got money coming. Okay. Rhonda says, I just need your link when you can so I can find you on Instagram. If you're new to me, I am Shamika Saves everywhere. I'm on Instagram as Shamika Saves, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. On YouTube, I do a lot of longer videos that I go over everything. I talk about credit, a lot business credit. If you guys are interested in incorporating your business, these are all the things that I do in my everyday daily life. I actually made longer videos so that we don't have to be interrupted with questions. So if you haven't, please go check out my YouTube, subscribe. And if you are not watching me on TikTok, you should be, okay? Because when I tell y'all all this stuff they got going down the pipeline, it is a lot. All right, so before anybody asks me, I don't know if anybody is here from California, but you guys did ask me yesterday, 1 second, to give you the details on the California stimulus plan. So I think that is why a lot of you are assuming there is a fourth stimulus when there is not. California is doing an additional stimulus payment to their residents. So if I have anybody from California, let me let you know really quick how it's going to go. If you did not receive your first $600, this is for California people only. Okay, if you did not receive your first $600 payment from the state, then you will get your second $600 payment from the state coming up. It's going to go based on how soon you did your taxes. So how quickly you receive your stimulus is based off of how quickly you turned in or filed your taxes. You have until October 15th. That is also the last date you can file taxes before the year is up. Okay. So, and when I say the year's up, meaning if you requested to extend your taxes, you have until October 15th. If you did not request to extend your taxes, you can still file, but you will be penalized, okay? And it's not going to be much, but you will be penalized a couple dollars, all right? Because you were late. So the quicker you get your tax return turned into the IRS, the quicker California can see your taxes because they have state tax. So they also will see your taxes. Once they receive your taxes refund, they will determine if you've already been paid the first $600. If you have, you won't get that. If you have not, you will get $600. But you will also, and this is for everyone else that it qualifies for, you will also get $1,200 if you did not get any money and you are under $75,000 in income, okay? So if you need more information, I don't want to stay on it too long because I don't know how many people are on here from California, and I definitely don't want to confuse people, but I'm just letting you know, California residents, you should be getting another stimulus check, all right? Now, if you're in Maryland, Ohio, and I think Indiana, you may be getting your $300 from your unemployment extended. They have sued the Department of Labor in those states, and they are trying to get the governor to turn the switch back on to continue paying the $300 until September when it was originally supposed to run out. No one in Florida has done that yet. As soon as Florida chooses to sue, then you maybe also will be able to get some money. All right. Hey, Chantel. Hey, Vonnie. All right, Blue Acorn. I have, you know what's so funny, Nico? So I actually got somebody calling me. When I get off live here, I'm going to call them and then I will find out how Blue Acorn is doing it. I'm almost certain that Blue Acorn is going to make you log in and do it through their online system. They seem just a little bit too professional and they are on their stuff. I doubt they're going to make you do a paper. But I will do a video to let individuals know from Blue Acorn how to do their forgiveness. I definitely don't want you guys to miss it. If you miss it, then your loan will turn into payments and then you're going to be stuck making payments. All right. Okay. Let me move on. It said it would be explained in the email. That said it would be explained. What do you mean, Shalandra? Oh, that's right. Okay. So if you were denied, Shalandra, I get what you're saying. If you were denied the EIDL loan or the grant, a lot of y'all say, well, I don't know why I was denied. I know why. It's in your email, okay? You need to go in your email. You can even type in Disaster customer service, all one word, disaster customer service in your search box of your email. And you will see that the SBA, as soon as they deny you, the system immediately sends you a denial letter. And the reason you will be denied will be in bold, black, large. You cannot miss it. Okay. It's going to say, thank you for applying for the, we don't care about that. Get to that bold black line. It's either going to be unsatisfactory credit history. You don't live in a low income area. They can't find your business online. Sometimes it says that you are owed child support, so you can't get any money. It's usually one of those reasons. Those tend to be the more popular reasons that we have. So if you were denied for any of those reasons and you disagree, please do a reconsideration. It is not a fast process, but I'd rather no money is coming than no money is coming at all. So I would not just let it go and say, bye. Okay, well, fine. They denied me. We don't think like that over here. Over here, we go after everything we think we qualify for. Okay, because that's the only way to get paid. If you lay down, you don't eat. Okay. People who go out and are aggressive and they stay on top of things, those are the individuals that get money, and those are the people that make things happen. And I want to see those things happen for you. All right. Teresa says, when do payments to student loans to Department of Ed start back up? Thank you, Teresa. That's a good question. The payments are supposed to start back September. Okay. But what I've been reading is that they are planning on extending it as well. So as soon as I find out, I will let you guys know, but they are planning on trying to ask, Joe Biden to extend the student loan forbearance, because people still do not have jobs. So how are they going to expect y'all to go back into payment? And then a lot of y'all are going to go back into payment status, and then it ends up becoming a collection or a late fee. And I think it's just horrible, a bad idea. But I will tell you this, if they do not extend the student loan forgiveness, or not forgiveness, if they do not extend the student loan payment forbearance, then you need to, as soon as they turn it back on, then you need to call the Department of Education or your student loan servicer and tell them you want to file a forbearance, because you don't have a job right now. You're not able to make payments right now. So you don't have to sit and be having late payments. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for your loans to go into collection. You tell them, hey, I want to get on forbearance anyway. Although it's time to come back and pay, I'm not ready yet. And you have your right to be able to do that. But if they extend it, I will let you guys know ASAP. All right. Speaking of student loans, how many of y'all carrying student loans on your credit, or student loans that are in the system, and you went to a school that's closed down? Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? I'm just saying hey to everybody who's late. Okay. So if you went to ITT, Everest, Virginia Tech, Argosy University, you went to hell, even in Orlando, we got a couple schools in Orlando. Recording studio. I forgot the name of it. It's like a recording studio institute or something like that. That school, it's so many schools that are closed down, and you guys went to school, you got student loans, and now it's on your credit. The school closed down. You can't even report that school to anybody to say, hey, I graduated, because they're going to say graduated from what? That school don't have no accreditation, and or it's not open. So what you want to do is put in that borrower's defense application. It's on my videos, but if not, you can contact me. I will send you the link. Here's the link to the form. The form is 26 pages of redundancy, okay? But I don't care, because you have student loans that you don't want on your credit no more, you don't want in the system anymore. So the only way to clean that out is to take that application, fill it out, okay? If you need help, we offer application assistance with that, okay? But you will need just your basic student information. Fill out that form, send it into your servicer or to the Department of Education, and then sit back and wait. Now, if you applied when Trump was president, because I have a lot of people that say, well, I already did this and I was denied. Well, if you applied when Trump was president, you were going to get denied, because they didn't want to, they had tougher parameters. Let's say that they had tougher parameters for you to meet. So most individuals got denied, but Betsy DeVos ass is gone. Okay. So now we got somebody else in there, and everyone that I have helped or that I have talked about that has submitted the application, it has been written off, and it doesn't even take that long, especially if it's a school that was already shut down, especially if it's one of those ITT, Virginia Tech. There's not much you got to do but turn in your application. All right. So Joe Biden wants to wipe out $1 billion in student loans. 1 billion. Okay. So far, he has already wiped out 55.2 million. So if I'm talking to anybody that's in that other 48 or 40, whatever that math is, and 44, if you're in that other something, 40 something $million worth of debt, then I need you to contact me or go on Google and type in borrower's defense. I don't say borrowers right, but it is what it is. Borrower's defense application, and fill it out, submit it. And then once you get approved, you're going to come off of the loans are going to come out of two places. They're going to come off of your federal report. I call it a credit report because it is, because banks check it. You will come out of the Kyver system. That is the federal government's form of a credit report or credit reporting bureau. So you can't see it, but the banks can. Anyone who has access to pull federal debts will be able to see your loans will come out of there. Those are wiped clean. Then guess what happens to your student loans on your credit report? They either delete off or they zero out. Either way, they close, you don't owe, and your score goes hopefully up, because these will all be zeroed out and they, it stays on your credit. Okay. We're hoping that it doesn't bring your score down. I could tell you just from seeing other individuals, theirs did not. Okay. They still had some student loans that were open. They had other things on their credit. So it did not necessarily hurt them, but they did get them off of their credit. So make sure you guys do that. Okay. It says, how can I still apply for the PPP loan? You cannot. PPP is over. I was approved for the targeted EIDL. My personal bank rejected the payment. I set up a business account. All right. So, what's your name? I can't really read that. Our Conscious Health. Well, congratulations on getting the money. Yes, banks are having an issue with the money. I hope that money didn't go to Chime, because if it went to Chime, you probably are not going to get it. If you had money go to a closed account, all right, SBA works in two ways. You can catch them before they approve you. So if you do an application and you know that that bank is closed and you submitted your application, I don't know, a month ago, 2 weeks ago, you can call them to update the banking information before it actually pays out. I am not answering any more of these live requests. Okay. The other thing you can do, if you find that you did get paid and you forgot and it went to a closed account, the money's going to go back to the SBA. Then it's up to you to deal with the SBA to get them to send the money back. But here goes the problem, guys. They love to say, well, we can't track it. We don't have any proof. We can't track it. So I'm dealing with someone that's going through this now. Chime Bank is not showing any pending payments, but SBA is saying that they sent the money. So now somebody has to go and do some investigation to find out where the money at. Okay. And we're talking about, and this person got approved for the $10,000 grant and the $5,000 grant. So they gave them $15,000, but they can't even find the money. Why? Because SBA is saying, we sent it. And Chime is saying, no, you didn't. So, I would tell you, please try to catch this ahead of time. You can call them. They send the payments from the Dallas-Fort Worth office. You should be able to get a phone number or a contact or an email for somebody to tell you where that money is. That goes the same for individuals that if you check your disaster portal and it shows that you got a EIDL advance, but if you never received that money, please don't let that money sit saying that it was paid and it's not. And I'll give you guys an example. They said that I got $1,000. Well, I ain't get nothing. So what did I do? Emailed them, call them, and I'm waiting for them to tell me, do your investigation, do your little search, look through your system, tell me where my money is, because I didn't get it. And if you said I got it, I want it. I can show proof it never hit my bank account on whatever date you said it did. So now it's up to them to find it and give you your money back. So please don't let anybody get away with your money. Call SBA and get your stuff straightened out. And that goes the same with the IRS. Now, you can't call IRS to update any banking stuff because they're just not doing it. But if you can go into the system and update your banking account, please do that. Let me also add this. And y'all know a lot of this comes off the top of my head because I'm basing my conversation off a lot of experiences other people are having. If you go to the child tax credit portal and you do the ID me and you need to verify yourself, you will receive a phone call. Okay. I'm telling y'all, and I wanted to tell y'all that so that you'll know that it is not a scammer, but this is how you'll know. It's because you should receive an email from IRS ID me. You should receive an email from IRS ID me. IRS ID me will say, hey, we're about to give you a phone call. You will call. You have to verify yourself. Once you verify yourself with whoever that is over the phone, please make sure they say IRS ID me. Now, I know people can just say that, but also make sure you got that email. All right. Once they verify you, you will then have access to get into the portal, and then you can do your changes. Now, people still have not been able to add their kids. I don't know why the IRS puts out information like that, but then here it is, almost the 15th, and you can't add your kids yet. But what you can do is see if you are getting direct deposit or a check. Please, I don't care what the letter says that you got from IRS. If it says that it's going to be a check, check it anyway, because it could be direct deposit. I've had people look and it's total opposite than what the letter said, or it's total opposite of what they actually did for the 2020 taxes. Now, IRS says if you had direct deposit on your taxes, it's going to be direct deposit for your child tax credit. That's not true. You need to check. I don't care if you don't want to opt out. I don't care if you do want it or you don't want it. Go check anyway, because I don't want to hear somebody crying that they can't get in touch with the IRS on the 15th when the money is not in your account. Now, if you don't get a direct deposit and you get a paper check, your paper check will come, but it will not come until probably the week after or at the end of the month. All right. A lot of this stuff is updated on IRS website, but a lot of people don't keep up with this stuff because that's just what I do. All right. So you will get a paper check. It just will be later. Now, if you go in the system and you make any changes to the portal, it will not take place for July. It will take place in August. All right. So it will not take place in July. It will take place in August. All right. I see I got some questions over here. All right. Hey, Maurice. Okay. How do we know if the portal is open to opt out of reviewing child tax credit for newborns? Hey, Dominique. Well, if you have a newborn, Dominique, then that newborn probably was not born when you did your 2020 taxes. If you have a newborn that was done, if you have a newborn that was born when you did your 2020 taxes, you probably added that child to your taxes, which means they would automatically be in the system for the child tax credit. But if you did not, you filed taxes and then you had the baby, then you unfortunately may have to wait, because the IRS still has not opened the portal so that you can go in and add your kids. The only thing you could do now is change your address and your payments and opt out. When they make it that you can add your kids, you can, but right now you cannot. Congratulations on your newborn. But just know that just because you don't get the advance credit payments doesn't mean you don't get the money. You do. You just get it at tax time. Now, I know a lot of y'all want it now, but that's just how it goes. So if you miss it now, you get it later. Also, if you have identity issues, meaning you cannot get in because you have an identity theft, or you filed identity theft at one time and the IRS is saying, hey, we still haven't verified who you are, or you got one of those letters in the mail from your taxes saying we can't pay your taxes until you verify who you are, you will not get the advance tax credit because they will not pay if there's any identity issues. Why? Because they don't want to pay the wrong person like they already have been. Okay. I know y'all probably going to ask me what's going to happen if somebody else claim my kids and I don't want them to. If you don't want somebody to claim your kids that you already let someone claim your kids. If you let them have your children, then here's what's going to happen. You have to get them to opt out, because in their portal, your children are under them on the portal. So if you don't want them to get paid for them, you need to tell them to opt out or to remove the child. All right. And when I say opt out, if your kids are the only kids that they're claiming, then they can opt out, meaning they don't want to get paid for those kids because they're yours. Or they can remove a child because one of those children is not theirs, but they have others that are theirs. So they can either opt out or they can just remove the child. It really just depends. That's the only way you will make sure that nobody else is getting paid. All right. Now, if you let someone claim the kids, That's your business. But you need to make sure that you and that person at least made up some type of payment arrangement. Why? Because you are the one that's going to have to pay or report that money back at tax time. And IRS is not going to care if that somebody else claimed your child and you only got half of the checks. That's not how this works. So if anybody's watching that claims someone else's kids, I'm just telling you now, it's not fair to keep that child under you and give the person half the money, because they have to report 100% of it back to the IRS, not 50%. Okay. And if you're somebody that doesn't work and you're thinking that I can't do child tax credit because I don't have a job, not true either. Child tax credit can be paid even if you don't have a job. So even if you worked zero and your tax refund came back as zero, as soon as we put that child in with that social, it will populate $3,000 or $3,600 back to you. All right. So please do not think that you cannot claim your own kids, because you can. All right. Tara Gibson says, how long does it take to get processing time for the grant? It takes 90 days or more. It can be up to 90 days. Let's just say that. Do you know how long redistribution take? I think you mean reconsideration. Or if you're saying redistribution with the money, redistribution with the money, our conscious health, that can take a little while. I have never seen redistribution of the money take a week or two. I've never seen it go fast. It's always been a long, drawn out process, because banks want to make sure that nobody is lying. And there's so much damn fraud out there. I would say it's probably going to take about the same time. It could take up to 90 days too. All right. As a matter of fact, the person I'm talking about with the 15,000, she still ain't got her money. And she's calling every day to find out, where is it? Where did you send it? Nobody has an answer. Always a runaround. I'm still telling her not to give up, and I'd say the same to you, but I'm just letting you know it may take some time. All right. Child tax credit says, I'm not eligible. I'm not working. Only my husband. We have 3 kids. Well, Norma, you probably because you did not file taxes. If you're not working, that means your husband is working, and your husband is the one who filed them on the taxes. So then you need to log into the IRS child tax portal under him. Because he's probably the taxpayer, and that's why you didn't see anything for you, because you are not the one who files taxes. He is. So it looks like he probably claims you and the kids. So it says you're not eligible probably because you did not work. All right. Thank you, Letitia. I'm glad you found me on Facebook too. Subscribe and stick with me, girl. I got some good info for y'all. Okay. All right. Will those that qualify to receive child tax credit, will you receive $250 a month per child, in total $3,000? You will only get $250. Let me do the math now. I want to do it right. Let me tell y'all, $250. Why is this thing not working? 250 times 6. 250 times 6 is only $1,500, Cherie. All right. I want y'all to understand something. The child tax credit used to be $2,000. All right. That's what it is. $2,000. That is what it's always been. But with the third stimulus package, they increased it from $2,000. All right. I'm trying to make sure I can show y'all. They increased it from $2,000 to $3,000 for 6 to 17, $3,000 for 6 to 17, and $3,600 for 5 and below. Okay. So $3,600 for 5 and below. All right. So if you have a 5 and below, you'll get $300 a month for 6 months. Okay. Which is $1,800. 18. All right. So when you go to do your taxes next year, IRS hopefully will have a letter in the mail to you before you go file your taxes. I doubt it. So I'm telling you to please keep an eye on how much you made, because you will have to report that. And if you don't report it back right, just like y'all see with this tax season, if you didn't report that you got your stimulus, and you saw what happened when your tax return came, your tax refund was a lot different, and the IRS didn't tell you what they took out or why. They just took stuff out, and they said, well, could be the reason. Well, this could be the reason. I'm telling you, please know those amounts. So when you go do your taxes, you can put in the right amount that you got, so you don't want to get any surprises next year with your tax refund. Okay. So close, Cherie, but not exactly. So $250 a month times 6 months, $1,500. Okay. Or $300 a month for the 6 months, $1,800. And then the remaining of that money comes at tax time. All right. All right. Dominique says, how do we know if the portal is open to opt out of receiving the child tax credit for newborns? I want to feel like I answered that already. Sorry, I think I answered that one. Business had to be open before 2020. Yes. February 2020. Okay. And that's for grants. All right. So yes, the SBA wants to make sure that you had a business before. A lot of people are just opening up businesses. If y'all don't know, 2020 was LLC year. Everybody had an LLC in 2020 because they were trying to get that money. Fine. I hope y'all done slid through and the SBA don't say nothing. Because technically you weren't supposed to. You were supposed to only get that money. The grant money, the loan money, if your business was open by February 15, 2020. But hey, we all know somebody that skated by, and that's cool. But I'm just letting you know, if they come to you, they may say, hey, you didn't tell the truth. Now, they ain't gonna put you in, I doubt they'll put you in jail. SBA probably ain't really on that, okay, unless you just whole total lie. But for the most part, they just trying to get you to pay them back, all right? They need the money, okay? All right, Francis. Hey, Jessica. So Francis said he went to Everest. So Francis, if you went to Everest, I don't want to see them those loans on your credit in the next 6 months. They should be gone. Okay. If you did your taxes in March, you did the unemployment thing. Yes, if you did your taxes in March, you did do the unemployment thing, and your you should see where they are going to owe you money if you go and to check your tax transcript. Hey, from Mississippi. Oh God, I had something from Mississippi today too. Oh, I know Mississippi is and that's just for anybody that's watching in Mississippi, because I read the news in like every major state. So Mississippi is doing free. They're gonna teach, and I think it's in Biloxi. They are opening up a free coding camp. So if you want to learn how to code, and that's computer coding, it is completely free. And it's in Biloxi though, but you can go there, and I think it's like up to 14 weeks or something like that. But they're letting individuals go for free for that. If you want more information, hit me up. And I will send that to you, Miss Cherry. Okay. I have my first PPP since April and never got the second draw. You're probably not going to get it if you haven't contacted your bank, or your bank has not contacted you already. The second draw is probably over by now. If you went through H&R and Block, Kendra, then more than likely, if you went to H&R Block and you got your money on one of those cards, a Walmart card, H&R Block card, more than likely it will come the same way, because those do have a routing number and account number on it. Okay. Thank y'all for telling me how to click it off, because I did not know how to click that off. All right. If you have a PPP question, go right ahead. Grilly, I think it's 526 Grilly. I can't read it that well. Well, would you get the unemployment money you were talking? Would you get the unemployment money you were talking about also? Yeah. And so if you are due the unemployment money, you get that regardless. That is yours. Nothing stops that. That is all your money, regardless if you get money from California, whether you get the child tax credit, it's all your money. No one can take it. Do you have suggestions for budgeting or setting up one? Hey, Kayla, absolutely. I got a lot of sample budgets that I can send you, but I'll tell you one thing that I recommend it for anybody. If you want to know where your money is going, download the app mint.com, M-I-N-T, Mint. It's free. Download it and connect it to all your bank accounts. All right. Connect it to your bank account and then let it run with your bank accounts for at least 30 days, 30 to 45 days. Okay. Then after that time, go and log in to your account and then look at the different sections of where your money went. There are going to be a lot of uncategorized sections, because the system may not always know if you go into the corner store that it's a 7-Eleven. They may not know that. So it may just put it as uncategorized, which means you will have to find a category for it to go into. But one way to find out what you spend your money on too much, and I'll give you an example for me. I'm pretty transparent. I love me some Chick-fil-A. I love me the 12-piece nuggets with Polynesian sauce, large lemonade, large fry. Okay. And when I look on my mint.com, I'm like, damn, do I go to Chick-fil-A every day? So I had to learn that I had to cut Chick-fil-A out, and or go to Sam's Club and buy it in bulk, so I don't have to get it and keep spending all that money. So that's one quick way to see where your money is going. Once you see where your money is going, we can do budget forms like Excel spreadsheets. This stuff is already done. You just type your bills in and your pay, and you can track your budget from there. Budgets are not hard to do. They're just hard to stick to if you're not disciplined. All right. What is the name of the form again for the student loans that's been shut down? Borrower's defense. Someone already put that on there. Thank you, Adela. And if anybody wants to type that here on TikTok, there's borrower's defense for everybody else that does not know. I would love to do a live. Well, let's do one. On the IRS website and other credible sources says don't amend them yet. I don't know what to do. Don't amend your taxes. Please don't. Anything that's going to cause IRS to double the work for you, you don't want to do. If you have not gotten paid and you want to submit a 3911, which is an IRS form 3911, which is where you can trace your payment to see if you're getting paid. If you submit that, guess what happens? You're going to slow down the process of your tax refund. So now they got to stop what they're doing, go do this, which means they can't get to what they were doing for you in the first place. So if at all, do not amend, do not do anything. Let them work out what they owe you. You don't have to amend your taxes for the unemployment. They will figure it out based off of what you already submitted. Okay. Again, if y'all watching, please follow me. I appreciate it. Let me see what else I got going on over here. To the deposit the other day was a child tax credit. No, ma'am. The deposit you guys got the other day was the refund from your tax return. Y'all don't realize, but the IRS tells you what they're sending you money for. Look in your bank. It says IRS tax refund or TRES refund. So that's letting you know it's a refund. The child tax credit is not a refund. They don't owe you that money. They are giving it to you as an advance. Another way you know that it is not that is not child tax credit is because the IRS never pays you a refund with change. If y'all, I don't know if y'all ever noticed that, but when you get your tax refund, it's never change. It's always 732 or 189, never any cents. Okay. But this payment you guys got, you probably have change on it. And if you have change on it, that means the money that they owed you earned interest because they took too long to pay you. And yes, if you did not know, if the IRS owes you money and they take a long time, they actually pay you interest, just like if you paid them or if you file your taxes late and you owe them interest, they owe you interest too. So that is why a lot of you got payments with change. That is your refund plus the interest they owed you. Your child tax credit will not be interest. It'll either be $250 or $300. It's going to be straight. It's going to have a zero somewhere at the end, whether it's 250 times however many kids you got or 300 times however many kids you got. It's going to have a zero at the end. No change. All right. I applied for the EIDL grant last year. Never heard a word. If you have not heard from them, David the Greatest, then you need to call them, see what the status of your application, and see if you need to do it again. All right. There's no way they did a grant and they didn't give it to you. If you did, they probably ran out of money because you said last year. They just started sending out the invitation for the grant this year. So you may need to call them and see why they haven't sent you an invitation. All right. Okay. And let's see. Thank you, Lisa. Lisa, I'm glad you're here too. Liz says, does the school have to be on the list for the borrower's defense forgiveness? No, the school does not have to be on the list. If you think you went to a raggedy behind school that sold you a bunch of lies to get you to enroll, and now you feel like they cannot make good on what they said, you also can apply for the borrower's defense. I would tell you, one thing that's smart about it is once you put in the application for borrower's defense, even if you're in repayment, which a lot of you guys are not, your payments go on hold. So say that that September comes around and now they're making you pay your loans back. You can put a borrower's defense application and they're going to put those loans on hold while they do the investigation. That could give you a couple months time till you get back on your feet if you don't want to have to go into forbearance. So y'all know I find them little gray areas, but it is a real deal thing. This is not me shamming or scamming. This is real. It's what it says is if you put the application in, payments are on hold. So if we happen to go back into repayment and you don't have no job yet, put in that borrower's defense application to buy you some months time until you can get back on your feet. All right. Simone says, so how does the unemployment money being sent out? They have my tax person information on file from what I just seen from the child tax credit site. Well, Simone, if they still have your information, and that's a good one, Simone. So if you guys got that advance, you usually do your refund advance and you see that they have your tax preparer's information or the company that you were dealing with. Remember when you guys got that first stimulus and a lot of y'all didn't get the money, it went to whoever you got, whoever did your taxes. If that happens, Simone, what you need to do is get in there, log in and change your information. The first month of July, that person is probably going to get that money. It's probably not going to go to your tax preparer. It is more than likely going to go to the company that you got your that did your refund anticipation loan. What they're going to do is send you the money back like they did the last time. Okay, so they're either going to send it back to you, or they're going to send it to IRS and let IRS send you a check. So July, you're probably too late to catch it, but you can fix it for August. So if you got a refund anticipation loan, or you know somebody that has one, please tag them or share this video with them to let them know they need to go and change that information ASAP, or go check to see who's getting paid. Because I'm telling, I already know July 15th, my phone gonna be ringing off the hook, and people are gonna be saying I didn't get no money. And I'm gonna say, didn't y'all watch my live? No, I mean, I was at work. I don't want to hear that. So tag them so that they know, okay? So I don't want them calling me saying they can't get their money, because you ain't gonna get it even when you call me either, all right? It says it shows I'm eligible. However, there's no pending payment. Then Zeus, we may have to talk about that offline so I can see where it shows that you're eligible but no pending payment, because I want to see how it shows you're eligible but then they don't have a payment. And did you pull your tax transcript? She says, Shy Girl says, what's the EIDL grant? You may have to watch one of my videos for that one, but the EIDL grant is pretty much SBA offering you the grant. If they select you by targeted, your address, that type of thing. Pretty much if you fill out a loan, they're going to also send you the invitation for a grant. You may or may not get it, but they will offer it to you. But a lot of people are getting denied. I'm just gonna let you know, a lot of people are. All right, Master says my IRS transcript says there isn't a tax return that's been processed. What does this mean for me? That means you probably did your taxes late and they don't have it. A lot of you guys, especially me, I'm a tax preparer, so I filed a lot of taxes for individuals, and then they call me and say, I went to where's my refund, and it says they don't see anything. That doesn't mean that it's not there, because I actually have the transmission number and the date that it was accepted with e-file. So if you know that it's been accepted with e-file, that is just the old antiquated IRS systems not showing that it's in there. But believe me, they do have it. So if it's showing that they don't see anything, then you are like a lot of other people. You're going to have to sit and wait until it does. But you need to keep checking your transcript or keep checking where's my refund to see if it updates. They do try to update every night. Okay. Can I do the EIDL grant if you're a rideshare driver? Rideshare driver as in Lyft or Uber? If yes, then yes, you can. Please, I have a PPP question. Go ahead, Grilly, ask it. Let's see, I'm single and still have no tax refund. Did you check your tax transcripts? Did you go to where's my refund? Those are the first two things I ask everybody first. All right, my daughter just turned 18. Will I be qualified for the 250? Nope, they pay 6 to 17 and 5 and younger. If you're 18 and you get money for her, because you may get paid for her by mistake. If you do, you need to keep that amount of money in your mind, because at tax time, you're going to need to report that you got paid that money, and they're going to take that back from you because she was not eligible to receive it. All right, the child tax credit goes to 17. Dominique says, I just want to add him and opt out. I'm fine with getting it at tax time. Dominique, you don't need to add him and opt out. Then you can just add him at tax time when it's time to get your money. So when you go file taxes with your tax preparer, you're going to give them the baby name, social, and birthday, and that will be adding him, and you will get paid for him at that time. Just because you don't get the advanced tax payments doesn't mean that you lose that money. You still get that increase, that $3,600 or $3,000. You still get it. You just won't get it advanced. You'll just get it at tax time. All right. All right. Tawana says she is right. It happened to me. Receiving a letter saying it would be direct deposit. I checked. ID me. They said it would be mail. I updated my direct deposit. That's right, Tawana. So Tawana is one of them. They told her it was going to be paid one way. Why do people call me when I'm on live? I don't know. Anyway, she said it was going. She elected direct deposit, and they did not pay her direct deposit. They actually changed it to mail. So if you're not sure, you need to go check that for yourself. All right. They say mine is going to Refundo. Yes, that's the name of the company, Simone. Refundo is the company that usually does those and refund anticipation loans. So that is where your money is going, and Refundo will either send it to you or back to the IRS. Okay. All right. Still haven't gotten it. And it's been 4 months. Y'all gonna get real comfortable with IRS. I'm telling you, because I'm gonna keep throwing them in y'all face because I can't go and see y'all stuff because it's y'all and they have so much security going on that I can't log in. I can't check. The only thing I can do is tell you where to check and I can show you how to check it. And then I can show you what it is that you're reading, but you have to go into your own system to pull your own tax transcripts. Okay. Terrell says, saying I'm not eligible, but I worked to file my taxes and even got a letter in the mail. Yes, Terrell, I know because I saw your taxes. So I don't know why it was saying you're not eligible, but send me a text message on the text group, Tyrell. I would like you to send me a screenshot, please, of where it's saying that you're not eligible, but you got a letter, because I would love to use you as an example when I talk to people next week. We'll get it figured out, okay? Jasmine, if someone that carried your dependent doesn't opt out of child tax credit, the custodial parent can still add them when the portal opens with no issues. Nope. You can add them all you want to, Jasmine, but it don't mean you're going to get paid for them because somebody else has them. They have to opt out or they will get paid because they actually have those kids on their taxes. And that is what the IRS is going by. The IRS wants, and this is for y'all who did not file taxes, file them. You need to file taxes if you have not yet. Why? Because that is what they're basing the child tax credit off of, your 2020 taxes. So please file taxes. All right. Got $5,000 in unemployment and filed before the 10,000 was deducted. Am I getting anything back? You're gonna have to go to your tax transcript to see so. But I would say yes. Anybody who filed taxes before the third stimulus was approved should be getting some money back. All right, because before the third stimulus was approved, you were taxed on the money, so you actually received less of a refund. If you filed before, then you'll know, yes, they're taxing you. You get less of a refund, but then the third stimulus was passed and then they made it non-taxable, which means now they owe you the money they took from you. So I would absolutely go and check my tax transcripts, honey, because you, Miss Payton, have a refund coming your way. All right. Emily says, I got 5,000 unemployment and filed before the 10,000 was deducted. I'm sorry, not Miss Payton. This was for Emily. Miss Payton says, can you appeal the target? Because business is not in low income, but houses in low income area. Yeah, you can appeal it. You're going to have to show them that you're no longer in that business location anymore, because when you did your application, you put your business was in that address and that's what they went by. So you're going to have to tell them that your business is not a business. You actually work a home-based business, so they can go off of your home-based address. All right. Let's see. What about bankrupt, estate tax, 1041 filing? Would that block any transaction with IRS for 2015 filing requirement? What about a bankrupt estate tax 1041 filing? Yes, that could, dark matter. That absolutely could have slowed you down. Anything that is out of the norm in a normal tax season probably affected a whole lot of you guys. If you want to talk about your situation specifically, you can get on the calendar and book me and we can go from there. All right. Let me see. How do I check for unemployment? Hey, Faith, you're going to need to go on the IRS tax transcript on the IRS website. You can log in. If you can't log in, you're going to need to print them and you'll be able to see. Tracy says, I haven't received my taxes. I filed 224, but I received a letter, C105. If you received a letter, and I cannot look up anything, Tracy, you're on my Facebook. If you can, in my messenger, if you could screenshot me that, you could take out your personal information, but let me see the letter and I'll tell you if that's a child tax credit letter or if that's the letter that's telling you that you need to get your identification verified. Okay. Let's see. Is it too late for someone to file stimulus if they were incarcerated? Nope. I'll tell you right now, y'all better get these stimulus is done. Okay. Because after a certain amount of time, it's going to take even longer to get the money back. So go ahead on and put in to get those stimulus. If you want to do something for someone that's incarcerated, you could just give us a call. We actually assist with that, doing the 1040 to get it sent out. We do need to make sure it's the real person, because even people still scamming on them prisoners to get money from them and not even letting them know. So, but even if they're a lifer, they didn't work, they're in there a long ass time, it doesn't matter. They still can get their stimulus. All right. All right. Chime is closing. They're not giving any reason, but Chime says they're closing because they don't want to have to deal with anybody in fraud anymore. So they're not closing for everybody, but they're closing for a lot of you guys. Okay. All right. Yes, I did check the 290. So somebody asked me about the 290. If you check your transcript and you see 290, it's a couple ways to break it down. 290 means there's a tax assessment. That means that your file is getting audited by somebody, but they're not auditing to like you're in trouble type of audit. They're auditing to see if you owe anybody any money before they cut you your check. Okay. Some people are seeing a date, like a 2020 and a date, and then they see the 290 and they have the 290 has zeros. If you see a 290 with a 0.00, that means an amount should be populating in that amount, in those zeros, and they just haven't put anything there yet. Now you may be not having anything and may come back later. There is not going to be anything, and the zero is right. But that zero, that 290 and those zeros it's like a placeholder. Okay, so they're going to check to make sure that you don't owe anybody, because some people are finding out that, oh, I got a state debt that was like $50. And so they put that there to let you know that they're going to take that out. So 290 can mean a bunch of different things depending on your situation. If you see a 290, that means you obviously have access to your tax transcript. You can keep checking. Okay. It should not go from zero to like $3,000. It shouldn't be anything like that. Okay. They're not going to find out that late, but you can always call the Treasury hotline to see if you owe a debt. I think I already put that up on TikTok, but I'll post the video. So if you see a 290, you can call the Treasury hotline to see if you still have a debt that's outstanding, because that could be why that 00 is there and why you got that 290. Okay. Varo Bank. That Varo Bank is also one of those. Hold on, let me tell you. Yep, Varo Bank is one of those fake banks. So yes, if you have any one of those fake banks, let me see, Aslo, Chime, Go Bank, Greenlight. That's the one for the kids. Y'all usually see that on Facebook. And of course, Stash. Some of those fake banks. Now the only one I know that's closing right now is going to be just Chime. But I will tell you to keep an eye out on the rest of them, because they may be closing too. All right. Letter in the mail says I'll get it, but the online portal says different. Yeah, Tyrell, that's crazy. Let me do some research on that one, but still send me a message so I don't forget. Okay. Let's see. Again, if y'all are watching, please follow. Thank y'all. Y'all have really been on here with me for a little while. I do try to go over all y'all questions because I know it's so much out there. How do you say that? Naki Maze. I don't know if you missed the California, but California individuals are getting the $600. If they did not get the $600 the first time, if you did, you won't get it, but you will get the if you're under $75,000 in income, and you also did not get the first one, you will get the $1,200. I would love to share it on my computer, but I got more people on TikTok than I do on here. And I wish they'll let me share a screen so I can show y'all exactly where it is. Now, you can check your payment. So this one I'm going to have you do. If you're someone that's from California that's watching me, you can go to ca.gov. That's california.gov, ca.gov. And then all you got to do is type in stimulus. The first thing that'll pop up is that Golden Gate stimulus, and it will give you the number and the website. You can check your status to see if you're getting a check. I will do a TikTok video so you can see, but if you're watching, that's what you need to do. All right, let me see what time it is. Y'all know I don't like to stay over. Let's see. It didn't take taxes out of my unemployment, but I filed before the CARE Act. Will I get something for unemployment? Yes. Yes, you will, Liz Moore. Okay. Let me keep going. Let me see if I'm not missing anything. Okay, I already talked about the 290. And I already talked about the tax transcripts. What I am going to do, since now that I'm going to be done with this, I am going to do a video to show you guys how to do the tax transcript. I'm going to try to do it and post it on TikTok since I got 3 minutes. It doesn't take that long to do it. So I want y'all to go there and check it out. Also, please go check. I did just put up a video. So it's not a lot of money, but some money is better than no money. And if you eat Kellogg's cereal, then they are having a class action lawsuit. And I did just put the video, showed you how to apply, told you exactly what to put in there so you can get your little $16. It may not sound like a lot, but We get a lot of class action lawsuits money around here, and those checks add up to a couple hundred a year. And that is what we want. I want y'all to do. Y'all take advantage of these things that you qualify for to make sure you get money that you qualify for as well. So I'm not gonna keep all y'all. Y'all know I don't like to keep you. But if you have any questions, look at that. I know that's right, Madeline Gibson. She put them checks underneath so I wouldn't miss it. It says, what if unemployment refund isn't showing on transcript? It says last updated May 31st. Then you have to keep checking. That's all. You're just going to have to keep checking. Quick. This video will also be on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch it if you miss. Two, I am going to make videos, pretty much a recap of what I did. I'm going to try to cut them in little videos to put it up on TikTok, so you don't have to worry about missing out on anything. Follow me on TikTok if you have not. Let's see. Food stamps. Individuals in North Carolina should be getting a big lump sum of food stamps. It's like a couple states, like 2 or 3 states are getting a lump sum of food stamps. Florida is not. California is not. So you don't have to worry about that. The homeowner program for you to get the money if you're a homeowner, that's going to start in about 90 days. The rental assistance and the emergency rental assistance and the housing voucher, that has already started, but your county, your state, or your city may have not put rules and regulations down for how the program is going to roll out in your area. I could tell you that the federal government has sent the money, because they keep doing articles saying that only 10 or 15% of the states have actually used the money. So the money is there if you keep getting run around, all right, and you're not getting anywhere. I'm gonna give y'all matter of fact, I'm gonna just put it on TikTok. I'm gonna just do a video and show y'all where all y'all rental assistants and all the contacts, so y'all can bug them and make those people give you your money. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything else. We talked about PPP. If you owe back rent, they're gonna pay back rent up to 15 months of back rent, but they do it 3 months at a time. So you will get that if you apply. You have to apply. Your landlord should help you so that you can get it. If you're in Florida and you live in Orlando, Orlando's rental assistance is going to open up. They're doing a online thing tomorrow. If anybody's interested, I will send you the link. They're doing an online Zoom so that you can find out how to get the rental assistance. So a lot of these states, that's what they're doing. They'd rather put out a Zoom or a webinar to tell you how to request the money versus letting you all rush in to get it at one time. So they are opening, but slow. All right. Let me see. Let's see. If you're claiming stimulus for your parents that have an I-10, individuals with an I-10 can get the stimulus. Okay. So that's not a problem. I filed in February, still no refund. If you have not gotten your refund, folks, there's nothing you can do, nothing I can do to rush the system. The only thing you can do is this is me. I spy. Okay. Remember, I like my money, so I know it's coming. If you file taxes, you got a refund coming. You need to get the post office informed delivery, so you can see your mail every day at 7 a.m. scanned. It comes to your email. So that way, you know if you got a letter from IRS, or you know if you got a check that came in the mail, especially some of y'all who are getting these child tax credit and you don't know if the check is going to come in the mail or not. USPS has something called informed delivery. It is free. They scan your mail every day and they put it in your mailbox. You want that? You need to go to Where's My Refund to check there, because the IRS has made it easier. They have removed the option for you to put the date that you filed your taxes. You don't have to know that anymore. And then last but not least, you can always pull your tax transcript. That's the best way to find out, because everything they do is put on that tax transcript. It may be difficult to read. Don't worry, go request it. A tax preparer should be able to help you. If not, I can. If you need to book something with me, you have questions for me, you can, and I'm not answering any more of these invites. You can click the link in my bio on TikTok. I do appointments. Matter of fact, when I get off here, I got EIDL grant applications and loans to help people with. So if you need help with those things, just click the link in the bio. You can also ask questions. I allow you to ask 3 questions, and I send you a personalized video with, to you answering your question. And if you're on Facebook, YouTube, you guys, y'all got my information. It's right in the description of my video boxes. And if you're on YouTube, Facebook, you're already sending me messages anyway. I think I covered everything. I'm not going to keep you guys, but remember, we're not losing no homes. There's no reason to lose your home. You can always file bankruptcy, or you can wait, if you can, till these new programs come out. You got emergency rental assistance. You have the housing voucher. So nobody should not be getting their rent paid, because I know there's money coming. And hopefully you can convince your landlord to wait patiently until the programs roll out so that they can get paid. The eviction moratorium does expire July 31st. They are trying to figure out what they're going to do next. They may extend it again, or they're going to make sure that these housing programs are rolled out so that nobody is evicted. Okay. And I know the last thing I want to tell y'all, I forgot. Healthcare. All right. And I know nobody ever talks about healthcare, but there's a lot of people on here watching probably don't have no healthcare at all. If you got unemployment and you don't have healthcare, it is free. Go to healthcare.gov and just sign up. They got a lot of free plans on there, especially if you had unemployment this year. Healthcare.gov. Go there and sign up. It sounds too good to be true, but it is not. All right. And healthcare.gov, these plans are nothing but what they call the Obamacare. That's all it is. But go there and get you a plan. All right. So that you can take care of your health, you can get your COVID shot or whatever you want to do. No reason why you shouldn't have that either. Okay. So let's see. So I'll be back next Monday, every Monday, but please remember to check me out on TikTok, because I am going to be putting out a lot of stuff y'all going to care about, like how the government is now going to try to kick the credit bureaus out of the way and be your credit bureau now. We don't want that. Y'all need to know how those things affect you. So it's a lot of stuff I'm going to be talking about credit. And of course, all these other stuff I talk about, but I just want y'all to make sure you stay with me on TikTok, because I'm able to keep going. Okay. And it's faster. It's much faster than YouTube and all this other social media. But anyway, thank y'all for watching again. See y'all next Monday. Thank y'all for sticking around this long. And if you have any questions or topics that I did not answer, please send it to me in my inbox, or send it to me as an email. And yeah, just go get that money, y'all, because there's a lot of it out there. We just have to keep our eyes glued and peeled for it. All right. And if I can help you, I will. All right. So y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Bye, Dwight. Bye, everybody on Facebook. I'll see you guys later. Bye.